Racism. It's utterly vile. Judging someone based on the colour of their skin rather than the content of their character. I'm sort of paraphrasing MLK. But to me, something almost as vile are race hustlers and race grifters. The act of race baiting. Using race to sow division, anger, hatred and racism, or to score political points or get an audience on side. As well as claiming false victimhood or false oppression. So, Michelle Obama, the former First Lady, possibly the only person in the history of the Earth to get multiple book deals, podcasts and worldwide arena tours for not having a job. And yes, at one point, she was earning more than her husband, Barack Obama, however you pronounce it. But once he was elected, her role was basically to smile at the cameras and spew platitudes on talk shows aimed at other women who rode their husbands' coattails. And before I get into it, let's get the conspiracy theories out of the way. The big one, of course, is that Michelle Obama is actually a man. And in one speech, Barack actually referred to her as Michael and didn't correct himself. And also, Joan Rivers said that Michelle Obama was a tranny, and a few months later, she died of complications due to plastic surgery. Joan Rivers. Like her body wasn't used to plastic surgery. Anyway, Michelle or Michael is currently on some sort of promotional tour, and despite having a net worth of $70 million and having been married to a man who at one point was the most powerful man on earth, she's oppressed. Of course by pale-skinned devils like me, because according to her, the reason that so many black people are unable to swim is down, of course, to the white man. So, of course, the colour of one's skin does not affect one's ability not to drown, but with every stereotype, there's always a grain of truth. And I was thinking, yes, if you come from a country where the rivers are full of hippos and crocodiles, it's a good idea not to go bathing. But of course, that would apply to everyone in the area, regardless of one's skin colour. And I tried to think about this in a historical context, because it's not that long ago that over in the New World, the Jim Crow laws were in force. So, if you have a person today whose great-grandparents were affected by said laws, they wouldn't have been able to have access to swimming baths, so they wouldn't have been able to teach their children to swim, so that generation wouldn't have been able to teach their children to swim, and so on and so forth. Yet, the reason that Michelle Obama says that many black people can't swim is down to the racist white beauty standard. Let's take a look.
Worry about it. Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim. And we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time. Braids are for y'all so we can work harder and focus on the work. So why do we need an act, an act of law to tell white folks to get out of our hair? Don't tell me how to wear my hair. Don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't. It just...
Right. So the reason that black people don't go swimming or go to the gym is because us white people, with our straight hair, or lack thereof in my case, will find it unacceptable. Clutching a bit there, the whole white man bad narrative is wearing rather thin. That the former First Lady is implying that people with her skin colour cannot get their hair wet because people with this skin colour will lose our shit. As an excuse, it's up there with "my dog ate my homework." Also, the yawl thing. Where the merry fuck is that accent coming from? Has she been taking lessons from Kamala Harris? And the curly haired thing, the white beauty standard? Who's imposing that? As a white man, I could not give two merry fucks if a white woman or a black woman has curly hair. I'll say this categorically, women in Japan and India don't give a shit. Also, the whole Western beauty thing. It only applies if you want it to apply. Western dress, I think, does apply in certain situations, in formal situations. A suit carries a lot of weight. Because if I found myself in court and my lawyer was an African gentleman, I'd want him to wear a suit. If he turned up wearing a loincloth with a bone through his nose and was jumping up and down with a spear, I'd be thinking, fuck it, I'm going to prison. Also, this exhaustive routine. Now, I don't want to sound like an ignorant white guy, but don't many black women either wear wigs or have a weave? To me, it sounds like Michelle Obama is moaning for the sake of moaning. Take a look at this photo by one of my favourite YouTubers, Amala Epinobi. She's mixed race, and she makes the point, if you don't want to straighten your hair, then don't. And as for the idea that there should be an act of law preventing white people from telling black people how to wear their hair. Michelle, are these white people in the room with us now? Again, it's just false fucking victimhood. So let's see an example of one person of one race telling another person of another race how they should or should not wear their hair.
This shit is ugly as we wear that shit.
It's great.
Take that shit out now.
Are you being for real?
Take that shit out now.
Okay, what's your
Take
pattern?
that shit out now. Take that shit out now. Take that shit out. That shit ugly as fuck. That shit is ugly though. Like, that's ugly.
Please stop calling us.
Ugly as fuck, we wear that shit. That's a compelling argument. No one owns braids. The Vikings had braided hair. So did the Picts, the Celts, even the ancient Egyptians. What I think is going on there is pure jealousy. The angry woman wearing, and I don't know what it's called, but it looks like a fucking shower cap. She's jealous of the other woman because the other woman is much prettier, and that's got nothing to do with skin colour. It's just the angry, shouty woman is ugly to her fucking core. And I'm not some mad white supremacist. Yet we just saw that woman losing her shit because a white woman was wearing braids. Yet I guarantee that white woman's ancestors were wearing braids before the other woman's African ancestors had mastered bricks. You know, yesterday. Michelle Obama, fucking give it up. Stop playing the victim. It doesn't help anyone. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you could leave a like, a comment or share the video, that really helps with the algorithm. If you would like to support me in making these videos, there are links in the description to buy me a coffee and to my Patreon. And as ever, thanks for watching. How is it we are a quarter of the way... Fuck it. How is it we are a quarter of the way through the 21st century and the former First Lady of the... of the USA is basically using her own racial... Oh, what do I want to say? Basically, she's stirring up racial hatred to sell fucking tickets. No one owns braids, let alone me. But braids have been seen throughout world societies, throughout world history, by the bollocks. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoy... How do I fuck that up?